My dog got the Russian like Soviet pup. Root, root. Nah, nigga, don't shoot, shoot. 2-6, we got loose screw. Shit was turned like a roof.
Mansion. You gave us all of that, and that's when y'all keep saying pacing is what? I don't care about that. But you gave us all of this within an hour and a half. That is amazing to me. That is amazing. That's an adaptation. I couldn't ask for more.
I could. Also, another thing about the Mario teaching everybody, or Peach teaching Mario, why wouldn't Peach be the one to teach Mario when she's the one that's most familiar with that world?
I'm saying that because Mario's the main character, you should have had it written differently. In the beginning, even in Brooklyn, we saw him doing platforming.
Okay, their platform
that is
different from
but he was literally thrown into a whole different universe.
Yeah, like he's in mid-air and shit now, like having to hit cubes.
That would be weird if he just got it off rip. I would have an issue with that. Yeah, I'd be like, huh?
Didn't Peach get it off rip in her flashback?
But Peach, that's her character. It's established that she's great. She's great. It's established that she's like, okay, well, she's kind of a natural prodigy. They established that Mario's kind of not like that. You know what I mean? Like here's the thing: Mario's gonna have a bigger arc as opposed to Peach in these movies because he's the main character, so he's got to start from somewhere. He starts from ground zero and has to go anywhere. Nah.
He's Naruto.
You said what?
Wait, Naruto? What?
Yeah, like long story short, like let me actually. I'm gonna do everybody a favor. I'm just going to send the quote-unquote hero's journey,
the circle
image. Yeah, the circle. Yeah. And if you see that circle, you understand exactly how safe they were playing.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree. They are playing it safe, but if they wanted to be slightly more accurate to the story, they could have gone a more creative route where Mario does not need an arc and Luigi's the one that has the arc.
So you just want a Luigi movie?
No, what? Why does Luigi?
He wanted a Mario Brothers movie. I feel what you're saying.
We go. I like that. I like that.
No. I did because I got my own ways. So I can say like, bro, you didn't have to make Peach look weak by her having her in the castle. She could have came out.
She could have been with everyone else.
I wanted look. That even within the movie, they gave a flashback of them being kids. And Mario defending Luigi, and Luigi's the one getting the whole arc. And then at the end, when he did the little thing where he blocks for Mario, and then they get the star and they fight together. I would have much rather that be a thing. But I'm not gonna knock the entire movie because it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Because I can still acknowledge.
So. Okay, based off of what we know about each of the characters, do you think the movie did a good job in portraying the characters in their realistic roles?
Hell no.
Oh yeah.
I think it was fine. I think it was.
Wait,
fine.
hold on. When you say realistic, do you mean accurate?
I'm asking.
Like based off of their personalities, Luigi being the bitch, him being clumsy, Mario being more of more confident person, I guess, than his brother. Princess Peach being the, I ain't gonna say uppity person, but she's a little bit more precise than most people, given her position as the princess and whatever the fuck. Bowser being the low-key simp, but menacing at the same time. Like, given these personalities...
The main three were not accurate. Not completely accurate. The main three, Mario, Luigi, and Peach.
No, but they're like the main core of their characters. The core of Mario's character is that he's short, confident. Luigi, he's a bitch. But he's just taller, and most people would probably say he's more good looking than fucking Mario, whatever the fuck. That's if they want to even take it there. But yeah, Luigi's he's a taller bitch, but Mario is the shorter hero. And Princess Peach, most people will confuse her for a damsel of distress if in the earlier stages, of course.
Her.
Exactly. That's a fact.
Like it literally was what the game did. Like, we're not making this up.
Now, hold on. Her personality is more reminiscent of Daisy. That's the type of stuff she's supposed to be doing, right? She's
Does Daisy have a personality?
She's the more tomboy character for sure.
I don't know.
I really don't even know that much about Daisy.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, based off of the old, like, if I'm just talking about like Mario 1 all the way up to the Mario games now, because obviously the newer Mario games give the characters more personality. So you kind of get the gist of who each of these characters are and what they're expected to do in certain scenarios. Like Princess Peach in the newer video game, she has no problem in telling Bowser and Mario, "Fuck out of here." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
Bowser, he doesn't.
But that's the newer video games where Mario also is way more competent.
That's like saying that the Sonic Colors personalities should be the ones in the movies.
But see, before Mario even met Princess Peach and Bowser in Brooklyn, he was a confident character.
But then,
like Mario has always been confident despite being short.
What's your point?
My point is that's consistent with what this character is.
No, but there were times where he was like wavering. He's like, I'm not really sure. He was wimpy.
It's
a typical hero.
It's the hero's jerk.
But we're talking about accuracy.
Starface. We know. You're right. That's what.
But you're talking about. But Trigger specifically saying, is it accurate or is it hero's journey?
No, I'm saying like based off of their characters and what we know of their characters.
I'm not saying yes, based off of what we know from their personalities of the games. I would not say it's completely accurate. It's close.
No, based off of like they're like look. I'm not saying like you don't have to know every little detail, but just the first thing you think about when you think about these characters. That's what I'm talking about. The first thing you think about Luigi, you think about bitch. When you think about Mario, you think about hero. When you think about Princess Peach, you think about what?
I actually don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Or then again, that's really not. That's kind of uncertain because you can play as her in some cases and save the other characters.
I would look at the sports games to see what her personality is like.
But see, that's my thing though. So going to the video games to find these characters' personalities, as far as like their characterizations and how they feel about in their inner thoughts and shit.
Yep.
In the movie, when trying to make a Mario movie, right, and especially when you're trying to also play this shit safe, when you're trying to give a character like Mario who barely talks in the video game characterization, like one of the best ways you can make it to where the audience fucks with him is to make it to where he has some self-doubt, because if the wrong person playing Mario, they can just look at Mario and be like, oh, he's just cocky Chad, like what the fuck he has to worry about, he's always whooping the biggest reptile's ass, like, you know what I'm saying? But when this like be in the movie, when you have to actually like you have an hour and 30 minutes to make these characters, and considering it, a lot of people want to relate to cartoon characters and shit now for some reason, but you got to make it to where people can sympathize with these characters and understand their struggle as well as their what they're going through. And the movie started off with Mario having self-doubt, taking a risk on his plumbing company. You know what I'm saying? We forget did y'all even forget that Mario was even a plumber, or do y'all just see him as just this Koopa hero saving motherfucker?
I did not forget that. I mean, he's not. Is he a plumber?
Pissed me off, actually.
Because even the way they tied the plumber shit in was kind of interesting to say. It's like, oh shit,
that shit was whack as hell.
What?
But see, that all leads up to his self-doubt though, and that also leads up to like them having such a brotherly bond with Luigi and shit, because Mario's family is like, yo, like Mario's holding you back because he's a fucking headstrong person, like he does shit without thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, all that shit ties together well. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they needed to make him have flaws or have self-doubts in order to make him a likable character though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we're writing a script for him. That's why I'm saying like the video games and the movies are two separate things. Like the movie, I understand what the movie was trying to do, because you don't want to make him to where he's just.
I understand what they're trying to do too. Yeah, they're trying to make him like the general hero's journey, like Luke from Star Wars. He starts off a little unconfident, he learns from a teacher, and then he becomes that guy by the end of the movie.
I mean, yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it all boils down to me. That's why I gave it an 8. It's a kids movie. Blah blah blah.
Stop saying that.
It is a kids movie. Come on.
No, I should not be an excuse for writing.
Excuse for bro, come on now. We're over analyzing the cartoon movie.
No, because when people I want to get to that. Hold up, stop. I want to come to that. Because when people overanalyze Puss in Boots and they're like praising the heck out of it, are you sitting there saying, bro, it's a kid's movie?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's a fucking kids movie.
Star Wars is technically a kid's movie too. Are you gonna say that's? Are you gonna look at people strangely?
Here's
bro, when it comes to any kids movie and people are talking about characterization and all this, bro, for one, in most movies,
hold on, isn't that exactly what we're talking about right now?
Hold on, but I kind of disagree, is because like Are you saying you can just like give out some slop and you can just excuse it?
Is it kids? No, the movies. No.
That's what I'm saying. Like being for children or not is not indicative of quality. That's
agree.
No. It's the expectation of it. It's the expectations of it.
So what about Avatar: The Last
Airbender? Talk about that. Hold on. Talk about that. So what way? Like how? What do you mean?
When going to a Mario movie, what the fuck was y'all expecting? Real talk.
I was spending a good time, and I was spending a good time, and that was it.
Dude, that's why I keep saying a 9 out of 10.
Like, if I'm going to shit on Dora, like imagine if I make a YouTube channel shitting on Dora the Explorer, naming all the plot holes. Am I not gonna look like a fucking clown?
That's completely different. I mean, I do agree that you look like a clown. But the thing is,
you definitely made videos about series that are amazing.
That's totally different. But here's the thing: you can set your expectations for something. It's like one of my favorite anime movies is The Incredibles, right? You could qualify that as a good movie.
That's a good choice.
Right now, I don't like that movie is fantastic. It's great. You can say it's a kids movie all day up and down. Like if I talk about how great this is and where this arc goes and like you can say it's a kids movie and kind of try detract the feelings I had towards it because of that. Like yeah, sure, but no, I don't think that putting an saying it's a kids movie to detract from it is
I agree. Kind of bad. I don't think that makes sense.
Nah.
So no, when it comes to a kids movie, I think the key when making a kids movie is the key is the what's that shit called?
Keep expectations in check. I feel what you're saying.
Not only just that though, but you gotta understand that when making a kids movie, you're making it for kids. So your
but you can still make it good though.
Marketing.
Exactly.
I'm talking about for the mindset. I'm talking about for the mindset of the kids. Like when you make a movie, your focuses are going to be different. You're not going to focus more on characters.
Well, you got to be careful about that. You start getting stuff like you start getting stuff like Uncle Grandpa.
No. I'm saying like you're like when you making a kids show or whatever, like your focus, you want to focus more on the entertainment factor of things being
on your
funny,
demographic,
opposed to like things like characters being super deep and introspective and shit like that. Like it's cool to have those things, but to have it to where like y'all want it to be like for an anime or like let's say a rated R or a rated 14, like those like the expectations like. It's two different expectations and focuses. That's what I'm saying. Like with a kids movie, it's like, what did y'all really expect?
Just because you're writing for kids does not mean you have to decrease your ability to write. Like if you're an amazing writer, just because you write something for kids does not mean you have to suddenly hold back your abilities. You can still go crazy. The only thing is that you have to neuter the darkness. You don't want to have like too violent things. You don't want to have to swear or things like that. But you can still have things like characterization or the things that you were talking about. Nothing stops you from writing.
It's about striking a balance.
That's the thing. Why wouldn't you swear though?
Why wouldn't you swear? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are things that you have to watch out for when you're writing something towards kids, like swearing or violence or gore or sex, nudity, things like that.
Or
drugs.
Different character introspectives.
No, you don't need to have. You could have an introspective character. You
cannot write a kid show about a kid having self-esteem issues to the point where he wants to hurt himself.
That's what I said. I said violence. You can't put violence there, but you can't have self-esteem issues. You can't.
But that's what takes it away from being that's what makes it a kids movie then.
I don't. What makes it a kids movie?
Because you really don't expect anything to go that far.
But it can.
Like the Puss in Boots movie. Like the reason why I can't really just like the reason why I don't even try to even go that far into the whole death situation where he just spared Puss in Boots, because it's like, bro, it's a kids movie. When it's all said and done, they're trying to teach a lesson. Like
kids movie is not an excuse for bad writing, though. You can still be a very competent, high-level writer and make a movie. When you watch a kids
movie, when it comes down, when the kids watch a TV show, or when I was a kid watching a TV show, I didn't watch it for the fucking characterization.
Well, I disagree. Well, that's not me. I watched Teen
Titans.
You can still
teach lessons. But you can still teach lessons, though. You can still teach lessons and still talk to children in a meaningful way. So check it out. So remember the old like Static Shock cartoon, the old Teen Titans cartoon,
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Exactly.
You had drug abuse in that.
Lessons.
And even some of that shit went over our heads. Come on, y'all not gonna tell me.
But that's still good writing.
Not really. Because here's like I was like 8 years old watching that, right? And you can still teach these lessons to children. Like hell, even like when Robin was fighting Slade, thought he was Slade. I mean, but like you can still teach lessons. You can still write these stories without being trash,
without treating the kids
or being
like
juvenile.
Idiots. Yeah.
Yeah, children are not that dumb.
I'm not saying that just because it's a kids show you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it being a kids show means that you shouldn't expect that much from it because it is limited towards kids. Like with Static Shock and shit, like there's hella kids shows that have, you know, hidden messages in them that you won't understand until you get older. I'm not saying you have to decrease the writing, but they're
not hidden though, is what I'm saying. Like you had the episode where Static Shock goes over his best friend like Richie's house, his dad's racist, or we have the episode where he goes to school and a kid brought a gun to school.
As a kid, we don't understand that though. As a kid,
not necessarily. You're telling me you didn't understand the cyborg racism episode? The one with Starfire and Cyborg?
I'm saying as kids, that's not the stuff we focus on though. When as kids, you focus on like the superpowers, the kicking ass of villains, the different ways. That's what we're focusing on, the entertainment aspect of it. We're not focusing on like all the hidden messages in
kids
it.
Can focus on both
you're saying kids want to just enjoy a good time and not really have to think that much. Is that right?
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. That's what makes it.
I disagree with that.
Those messages, messages come in like the background. It's like
now
when you grow older, you can come back and think about what those actually meant. Like X-Men is a perfect example. Like you know, with the mutants,
that's more hidden. That's more hidden. That's more not introverted.
Subtle.
What's the word? That's more subtle compared to what I was talking about, right? You have like the comparisons between Magneto and like Malcolm X, right? No child is going to make that comparation. Like no one.
Or Scooby-Doo, where literally the Scooby-Doo is nothing but Shaggy talking to a high-ass dog. Like come on, like Scooby-Doo is it's hidden messages in every cartoon.
I see what you're saying. I'm personally with you, Skay. But I get what you're saying. Or you Skay, whatever. Fuck, shut up. But like, all right. I feel what you're saying. You think children are really concerned with these messages and these themes, and that's not what they want to see. I understand what you're saying. I still personally think that you can treat your craft with you can entertain and teach exactly. But I understand what you're saying.
You can.
That's a possibility.
No, it is. I never said it wasn't possible. I'm like y'all. I don't know. Y'all try to make it seem like I'm saying that just because it's a kids movie, they can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm not saying that whatsoever. It can still be entertaining, and then you still can have a theme.
You're saying just the kids strictly want to see entertainment, and that's true.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like our grown asses, of course we can nitpick. Like I can literally make a case for every kids movie being fucking terrible. I can do that if I wanted to. Like, but I'm not gonna do that because I know the intentions of it.
That's true.
But kids movies, I'm talking about kids movies.
No, you make a case for even adult stories for being trash. Like
I'm talking about kids movies. Of course I can, but I'm talking about kids movies.
No, but I'm saying it's not that line does not hold that much weight because you do it for adult entertainment as well.
That's my point. If I wanted to be a Dickosaurus Rex, I can literally just shit on kids movies the same way I shit on everything else. But me, I would look like an idiot because like nigga, who are you doing this for? Like that's literally what I would ask myself. What are you doing this for?
I think what would be more appropriate is critiquing because you can make good kids movies, but if a movie's just like straight trash of just like nothing nonsense, like again Uncle Grandpa, like bro, like what child is gonna like that? Oh, it's just entertainment, it's fun, bro. It's garbage, right? It's literal garbage. That's what some people have with childhood.
That's my point. I can do the same thing for literally any kids movie, and I would be seen as the fucking hater.
There's still good things you can.
That's subjective. For one, that's not objective. That's subjective. All right. It's not, I'm saying like when I'm saying every kid, I can shit on every kid's movie. It's possible. I can do that. Just like how one of y'all can point out, oh no, which ones did want some good, some.
So what would you? Okay, so as an example, what would you say is like a garbage kids movie? Like just garbage, like just nonsense. Just like what is this? What would you say as an example?
I thought Puss in Boots was ass. I thought Mario movie. I thought the Mario movie was decent before it to be a kids movie.
What do you think is a great kids movie? What do you think is like great, like fantastic?
I don't think any kids movies are great.
No way. Incredibles?
No, hold on.
Incredibles wasn't even all that good. It really was.
No.
I never got the hype of that movie. It has some good moments.
You lost me there, brother. You lost me there. I'm sorry.
You don't think Lion King is good?
Lion King is good, but it's not great.
Ratatouille, Monsters University.
Ratatouille. I could really shit on Ratatouille. I can get in my bag with Ratatouille. Do you want me to really get in my bag with Ratatouille? And that's what I'm saying. I can be Like I can be a huge like Princess
Mulan. Okay, Mulan.
Drop it. He's.
I'm
just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
I'm just saying, but that's my point though. Like that's why I'm not like if I'm just talking about for a kids movie, the message that it's trying to send to the audience with the kids and shit. Okay, I'm a rate it based off of that. But if I'm just talking, if you really want my true rating. Like you asked me as a grown ass man, rate these kids shows. Most kids shows are going to be at best good or maybe decent. Like the Mario movie, if I'm being completely honest with the Mario movie, I'll give it at best what, a 6.5 to a 7. But as a kids movie, if I'm taking my little brother or a kid to the movie, do I think they're going to enjoy this? Hell yeah. So from that standpoint, it's an 8. But if I'm doing this for me, no, it's like a 6.5 to a 7.
Y'all want to talk about Boruto?
Yeah, can we talk about Boruto?
Now y'all want to move on.
Yeah,
because we were going in circles. We were going in circles.
This is gonna get way worse. This is gonna get worse.
No great kids movies. I had to stop listening. I'm sorry.
There's some
good.
There, you said no good kids movies.
I said name a great kids movie. You said none. I said
there are no great kids. No, and
that's why we moving
right now. There are not. Name me some good great kids.
We already did, and you said they weren't.
Incredibles was Incredibles.
Okay,
what you mean?
Go back one by one.
Incredibles.
Okay at best.
Oh wow! You see, this is why we're moving on.
It's okay at best. Okay at best. Lion King. No.
Finding Nemo.
No. You said you referenced it in one of your videos or something. You said about how Scar was ridiculous.
No. I said Lion King is a good movie. What the fuck you want me to say? It's great.
It is great. What I
like Tony the Tiger.
Good movie.
Why is it not great? Why is it not great?
We talking to the certified hater himself. It don't matter. Just move.
That's what I said. Let's move on.
My head hurts.
That's crazy. So I said the movie is good. That's like an 8.
Bro,
the Lion King, in my opinion, got like an 8 out of 10.
But there's no great kids movies. You're saying, hold on. You're saying there's no great kids movies. Period.
There is no
10 toes on that.
There is no kids movie that's above. Let me say it. At best, yeah. There is no great kids movie that's a 9 out of 10.
Woo! All right,
we moving on.
That's fine. Apparently, he says 8 is good. Okay, sure then. I think 8 is great all by itself.
No. What about on a
break can you get?
What about on a non-kids movie rating? Because you said you have a kids movie rating.
I'm ready for Boruto.
You Meske. Okay, see that's my thing. You Meske.
I'm ready for Boruto.
I'm rating. Keep in mind, I'm rating these different cartoons y'all naming. I'm naming them from a me perspective. Like if I'm just being completely fucking honest and not taking kids into account. If you're talking about from a kid's point of view, The Incredibles is a good movie to go take your kids to watch. It's a good movie.
I'm not talking about
Lion King. It's a great movie to go take your kids to watch. Like, I'm not saying these movies are bad for kids, because the kids are going to look at this and be like, oh, this is funny, entertaining, and it has a message. Even though they don't give a fuck about the message.
Trick, I'm going to let you know right now. As soon as you said there are no great kids movies, they're above a 9 out of 10. I'm putting that at the beginning of my video, and I'm clipping that.
No. That's subjective for one. And also, I'm talking about, like, from my perspective of just being this dickish, if I'm being Rotten Tomatoes, like being dead ass serious. There is no great kids movie that's above a 9 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. It's not.
All right, so you want to talk about Boruto now?
Yeah, let's talk about Boruto.
All y'all,
we keep talk about it, and you just a hater, bro. You hating?
You see that? Okay.
What he said.
No. What's up? No.
Boruto. What? All right, you guys make your case for the mangekyo. I want to hear that first.
No. We always
make your case for why I don't make it.
Hold on. Get
It makes
your case.
I'll make my case.
You Meske to make his case first this time. We always got to make our case.
That's not even true. Okay, the Mangekyo Sharingan. To get it, you have to witness the closest person to you die. That's it.
That's false. That's false. That is completely false.
Yeah, you fucking up already.
That's completely false.
I believe it's
Who got it without
trauma. I believe it is great trauma or like heartbreak. I think.
Dude, no. I'm gonna let him finish. Because he's super wrong.
Who got it without witnessing the closest person to them die?
Sarada and Sasuke.
No, not Sarada.
No, Sasuke did not get. No, Sasuke like showed it for the first time when he was like crying on that cliff.
Yeah, he got it later.
Had,
it was a delayed effect, but he got it because he witnessed the closest person to him die. Once he realized that person was the closest person,
it's just immense heartbreak. It's immense heartbreak and trauma.
Yumesuke, so even in your explanation, Yumesuke, you see why. Okay, do you see why Itachi would say you have to kill the person that's closest to you? Do you know why it has to be that person?
Because what I just said.
Because that's most likely going to cause the most trauma, right? That's going to cause the most depression, right? It's going to lead to some type of emotional effect. Yeah, it's going to lead to some type of emotional effect that's unstable, right? Because you can't just kill anyone.
How did everyone get their mangekyos?
By being emotional.
No, name them. Name them specifically.
So Itachi got his
watching Shisui die.
Shisui.
Yeah. But that was again trauma, heartbreak, whatever, right?
Yeah, sad.
Kakashi got I don't
Obito got his by watching Rin die.
Yeah, but again, trauma. But Kakashi got at the same time. Kakashi at the same time.
Because their eyes are linked.
Right? They are, but also Kakashi loved Rin just as much as Obito. Well, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like,
wait, why is that a problem?
Trauma, right? He had a killer.
He witnessed one of the closest people to him
strictly watching somebody die. It's just trauma, grief, or heartbreak. Here's the thing. My issue with it isn't the fact that like how she got it, because it's whatever. I just don't like it because it just really does not compare to how other characters in the series have gotten it. It's just like nah.
But see, okay. I just want to get my point is, it's this dilemma when comparing series, because if you do it the same way, then people just say you keep copying and repeat.
Because it's an issue with legacy characters, and I talked about this in my Boruto video. Wait, Trick, did you see that video?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Okay. So I talked about how like was Boruto doomed from the start, and what I explained was that since he's a legacy character, right, and you have Naruto, Sasuke in the cast, and you have all these other people in the cast. So every time we see Naruto and Sasuke on screen, we know from that we've seen their adventures since they were 12 to whatever age they are now, right? So we know how they did everything, and we know how much they struggled, and blah 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 blah. Then we go compare them directly to whatever Boruto's doing, whatever villain, and don't even get me started on Boruto's villain because I don't even want to talk about it. But we go from that to we automatically want to compare because Boruto cheated on his tuning exams. Naruto did it the hard way, right? And he still lost or got thrown out, whatever. But we saw that how Boruto went against tuning exams. That's why people were pissed when he cheated, right? That's what we see. People were so upset when Sasuke got his Rinnegan taken out by Momoshiki Boruto or whatever, because it's like, bro, you literally fought in the Great Ninja War for like hours. And this happened? Like, huh? People keep comparing because again, it's a legacy character. So what I basically explained was they want to do a legacy character. They could not have Naruto or Sasuke in the show because we'd be forced to constantly compare. Like, I would love to see the effects of what they did in their lives, but there's no way that. That's why people were so hyped when they saw Baryon mode Naruto. They're like, oh, because it's Naruto.
People were
right?
hyped about that?
Yes, bro. People were hype about that. I was hearing that from the manga and all this other stuff, especially with the animation when they popped off with that. Yeah, people were super hyped about that.
That's crazy.
Hey, correction. There is one kids movie that is a 9 out of 10 or higher.
What is it, bro? What is it?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Facts. You spin. Okay, but yeah. Anyway. But yeah, just like Boruto, just as a formula. Like, okay, so you compare like how OD was not Madara when he showed up, right? Like he was him, right? Like he had people literally praying to God. Like he dropped that second meteorite and he was doing all this crazy stuff. And you compare these Boruto villains, it's like it's cool, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, but they not him. You feel what I'm saying? So you're always gonna be constantly compared. They're constantly compared because they're so close. Which is why I brought up Korra, right? Because Korra is still a legacy character, still a legacy series, but it's set so many years after the fact that our main cast, from the previous series, they literally cannot interact as much. So these characters are forced to kind of step into that role. But yeah.
Hey, where are your sources on the mangekyo? Because y'all just talking out of your butts.
What? No.
Your sources on how the mangekyo is awakened.
I believe it was from the wiki. Hold on.
It's not that. They said just Uchihas are emotional. Like that's the whole point that they put them as the police force.
Where's your source though?
Hold on.
Hey, you cannot be serious right now, bro.
We consulting Google.com.
No, that's not just Google.
Let's
not just Google.
Google.com. How to get the Mangekyo Sharingan. To activate the Mangekyo Sharingan, the user often has to experience a great deal of trauma caused by the death of a loved one.
That's what I said. No, by the death of a loved one. That's what I'm saying. So no one died in Sarada's case. That is the problem.
That's fine, but
how is that fine?
We know that.
No, because we know that. Okay.
I think it's whack, but it fits. It's whack.
Answer this. We do know that the Uchiha clan are a super emotional clan, and they awaken abilities, right?
Yeah.
Then there's nothing else that we need to really look into.
There are specific
also in Naruto, also in Naruto, every time we've seen someone get the Sharingan, it is because someone died, but that doesn't mean that it's because someone died.
Not necessarily.
Mangekyo.
Yeah, Mangekyo. Because someone died.
No, that's what I'm like. Do you know
why does it have to be limited to that?
Because that's what the story established.
But that's the thing. It's one of those things
because they never did it in the opposite. They never gave an option into it to be done the opposite way.
Bruh, it's really not. I don't really see that this hard to, because like it's one of those things where they really shouldn't have to tell you. It's like one of those things where you should just kind of like know about it, because like it's a reason why it has to be someone that's close to you. It's a reason. It can't just be any random ass flunky ass motherfucker that dies. No, it's a reason why it has to be someone that's close to you. And it's because in most cases that's gonna make you more depressed.
My point is that there are rules and those rules were broken. If you guys are fine with the breaking of those rules, that's okay. Just say that.
I don't.
Actually, technically, it did. No, technically, it didn't break the rules.
It didn't break the rules. It's just a great deal of trauma, which is usually caused by the death of a loved one.
Exactly.
In this case, it's different because it's just
she's in a hopeless situation
because her dad doesn't believe her and blah blah blah.
No. It's not even just her dad.
Also, if we really want to be technical right now, Naruto is dead technically.
But it's not because of Naruto. It's because of Sasuke that she awakened her eyes.
That's technical.
No. I read the chapter. That chapter, it was multiple things going on that led up to that.
She's literally in the most hopeless situation.
Like right now, she thinks Naruto is dead. And guess what happened in the Boruto movie? She literally said she looks up to the Hokage. She wants to be the Hokage. Naruto, she really likes fucks with Naruto.
Did she witness his death,
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
From her and on top of that, she tried to stop Mitsuki. Mitsuki's running full speed towards Naruto, and she literally is going at Sasuke. And she has to say, like, all I want from you, I've never asked you for anything. And this is selfless as me, and this is the only thing I ask you. So this is also tying into all those emotions, and she has this emotion that's kind of coming out with her father. Like, I don't ask you for anything.
Was it not directly stated in the series that the Uchiha was so dangerous because of their emotions? Was that not?
Yes. That's why the second Hokage tried to kill him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
So yeah, but anyway, my issue isn't with how she got it. It's just it just sucks. Like it just
Damn, y'all think that shit sucks? Damn, how y'all want Sasuke to die for her to get it?
Or she just doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. Why does she have to get it? Because that's part of the rules.
I would say it's a death. I would say something comparable. I was like, bro.
Okay.
Sasuke literally had a mental breakdown from what he found out.
How is your best friend / crush being attacked by the entire village? No one believes you. Your dad doesn't even believe you. You have an entire feeling with your dad. You have to come across that you have to break that boundary as well. Mitsuki, you telling him like, don't do it, and Mitsuki brushes past you like, I'm finna kill him. It's like a huge emotional weight.
Maybe I'm just a hater, right? Maybe I'm just a hater.
it's not a hater thing. I understand what y'all are saying.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
He go down that hill.
Broke the roll.
Hey, go on Twitter with that shit.
I'm not going on Twitter. Twitter's stupid, bro.
Do that. No, he's banned you. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
No Twitter motherfuckers gonna let you know when you wrong about it. They don't drop facts.
They gonna be wrong themselves.
They have receipts.
It's not a right or wrong. The only argument so far is it's not the same way. It's not a death. It's not this. But it's still a super impactful emotional moment. Tell me it's not explain to me how this isn't an extremely emotional moment for her, because we know that the Uchiha are based off of extreme emotions, and that's what they do for their powers. Explain to me how this is not an extremely emotional moment for her.
I never said that. Hold on. All right, I'll start first. I never said this was not an emotional moment. If she awakened like another Tomoe, I would be completely fine. But the Mangekyo, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the Mangekyo, that's not a line you can cross unless you see someone die.
And also, I think another thing for me is it's so weird how she's also so young. Well, actually, no, that doesn't make sense either because Kakashi got his hella early, and yeah, never mind.
And you know why he got his early? Because he witnessed someone die.
You said what, Trig?
Naruto, like the series just gave you everything you needed to understand how the Sharingan works, and we still questioning this shit today.
Yeah. I'm confused why you guys are questioning it.
No, I'm confused why you're
questioning it. What are you talking about?
It's consistent without the story that they get Sharingans and Mangekyos based off of emotional traumatic
And again, you keep saying like, and she thinks even if you want to go by your logic, she thinks the Hokage is dead.
It said witness though, and if you look at every single other example, the witness witnessed the death.
Nah, it's only said witness because every time we've seen someone get it, they witnessed something. So there's really no other occasion where someone didn't witness it. So that doesn't mean that you only have to witness it, but that's all that we see.
Like, it's like if like
just stretch the logic.
It's literally the Super Saiyan argument where they're like, well, I don't like how Khalifa did it in her back, and then we've seen Goten and Trunks literally just power him to Super Saiyan.
People didn't like that either. What are you talking about?
But see, this is the thing. Like we completely ignoring the part where Itachi literally says, "Yo, it has to be somebody that you're close to."
So hold on. So
that's really a giveaway right there.
Check it out. So So imagine Naruto was an Uchiha, right? So he heard about Jiraiya's death, like from Tsunade or whatever. Do you think he would it'd be possible for him to awaken Mangekyo if he was Uchiha? No, because he didn't witness it. Hold on,
you guys are using backward logic. No. Hold on. Let me explain.
Backward logic. Hold on. What you mean?
I mean, you're using backward justification. If you finished all of Naruto, and I asked you, how do you awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan? You would say you have to witness the person die, because that's how every single Mangekyo has been gotten. Now that a character is suddenly unlocking it without witnessing someone dying, you're saying, oh, well, that must have been the reason all along. You just didn't have to witness someone die.
No, I've been knew that. It's a reason why Itachi say you have to kill someone you're closest to.
It's just a core. It's a correlation.
That's what he thinks about it.
Like this is the thing, right? This is why you can't just kill anyone, right? Because like when you kill somebody else that you don't really care about, it doesn't really.
We all acknowledge that it has to be someone close to you. I'm saying that you have to witness them die.
You're saying that they don't. You don't have to see it. You don't have to be there.
But see, you must say, why do you think it has to be someone closest to you?
So that I can create a large emotion. But then you're gonna say that, oh, that's the only requirement. Why are you removing requirements?
So you just acknowledged it.
No, why are you removing requirements?
The trigger itself is the emotion. It's not that it's not the fact that they died.
Why is it not everything? Why are you removing requirements?
Because they explained there was the emotion in the general. That's why they feared the Uchiha clan. They literally already said that. That's the whole thing. Like, why are you ignoring the fact that they literally say the emotions of the Uchiha is a problem?
Yeah, but that's for Sharingan. That's how you get the Sharingan, but specifically Mangekyo is not just
So
any
you
emotion.
think just the base Sharingan was their biggest fear of it all?
Emotion can connect to killing the person closest to you as well.
I'm saying, are you saying
that's a really weird? That's a really weird rule to go by. If they have to actually to see it, if they have to see them die, that's a really weird rule to. No, it's just great trauma or grief. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't write it.
I'm not saying you did. Well,
but that's the rule he established. I don't understand why you guys are twisting.
That's what Itachi established. And it's,
let me
it's
find.
the reason,
now I gotta go get out the chapter. Hold on.
I'm done with this. Nah.
Oh no, hold on. Let me go get the chapter real quick. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Now I gotta bring up sources.
Because it's the reason why it can't just be anybody. That's a giveaway right there. And even the second Hokage is saying, "Nah, these niggas is way too emotional." Like it's a reason why niggas. It's a reason why back in the day people used to say they used to compare Uchihas to females because they get their period once a month because when you get your period or whatever you get emotional and shit, and girls bleed once a month. Uchihas, their eyes bleed. Like people always compare Uchihas to females.
I ain't never heard that a day in my life.
Nah, trust me. Nah, we was going crazy when we were just roasting Naruto characters back then. But yeah, Naruto characters, it's the Uchiha specifically. We always called them some females because they bleed like girls when bleed on their period, and when girls are on their period, they're hella emotional. So like, yeah, that's why I'm like, look, that Sasuke, the whole Sharingan shit, it literally makes sense. Like it's a giveaway when Itachi
it literally
says.
Doesn't. But all right.
That's crazy. You know what? That's what I'm done. If I bring up some shit from JoJo's Part 4, then this whole shit would get lit up.
What's that have to do with JoJo's?
All I'm gonna say is, okay, so you telling me, so like, what are the other Mangekyo Sharingan users? Do you know? Because it's like, you telling me they haven't seen someone die that they love?
Shusui said that he saw his best friend and rival die, or he let him die, quote, something like that, but we don't see it specifically. Itachi saw Shusui commit suicide, or Shisui.
What about Indra?
They got a whole clan. We got a whole clan. They was alive for like multiple years, generations. And why is only notable Uchihas who became ridiculous with this Mangekyo? Like, I don't know, Tachi.
Most of them are dead by the time the story started.
Oh, hold on.
Everybody within every generation.
Straight from the wiki. Uchiha have historically misunderstood this criteria as the user needing to be responsible for the person's death, and for that reason, they've developed the practice of killing their closest friends in order to gain the Mangekyo Sharingan.
That is in the image I said. That's what they said responsible for. But when you see actually Obito, he's not responsible for the person's death. When you see Itachi, he's not responsible for the person's death, but he saw them die. Responsible means kill them. They're saying you don't have to actually kill the person. You have to witness their death, not actually kill them. That's what I'm saying.
But they misunderstood that.
They misunderstood the killing. They misunderstood the killing, not the witnessing. The witnessing.
Wait, we even know that. What was his name? I want to say Zetsu or Madara had changed their meanings from their whole tablet. From what they understand.
No, Black Zetsu changed something about the tablet or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't remember what he changed specifically.
I'm saying like what? Okay, what I'm trying to understand is you're holding on so tightly to the fact of killing.
No, witnessing. When they're not killing, witnessing.
Or witnessing. You're holding on so tightly to this one thing, and we're giving you information and possibilities.
None of the information is contrary to anything that I'm saying, though.
See, this is the thing right here. This is how you know it's strictly emotion. It's strictly only emotion that activates or triggers the evolution of a Sharingan, right? Because if you kill anyone else, is you gonna get it? No. You know why? Because you might not have that close of a relationship with that person. But if you do it with someone you're really close to, it's gonna activate. Now, if it doesn't activate with someone you don't give a fuck about, but it does with someone you do care about, then that takes away the death part because it can't be death.
How?
Yes, it does. Because if you see someone else die, you're not going to care.
Wait, but hold on, so your point. So why didn't Kakashi get his immediately when Obito died, quote unquote?
He did. Obito and him got it at the same time.
No, he didn't. When he got crushed by that boulder and Kakashi thought he died, no, he didn't.
But at the same time, there's also a delayed activation, or that could just be plot hole, but there's a delayed act.
No.
There can be a
You're
delayed activation.
making up stuff to defend
Hold
what
on.
you're saying.
Did Sasuke get a delayed activation?
Up stuff to defend what you're saying.
Hold on. Did Sasuke get a delayed activation after he realized that he had witnessed the death of someone who was actually truly close to him?
See, you ignoring everything I just said, because like what you're not acknowledging
This
is that
page right here
one
says delayed activation.
Hold on, Yamaska. What you're ignoring is that there's one consistent factor with all of this.
That
you can
someone
you like you.
dies.
It
There
doesn't
two, there are
matter who you
two.
kill.
Why are you saying there's one? It's two.
No, because if you kill someone else, you're not going to activate it, Yamaska. So death can't be the reason why you activate it.
There are two consistent. Until Sarada appeared, there were two consistencies: death and the witnessing the death, and the person being close to you.
Yamaska, we're talking about what triggers it. We like our argument is that the evolution of a Sharingan to the next level is caused by trauma and emotion. What I'm saying is what makes your what makes that logic that what you're trying to say is what makes it so flawed is that it has to be a specific character, and it's the reason why it has to be a specific character, because if you kill anyone else, it's not going to evoke the same reaction. That's the key thing. Reaction is not going to evoke the same emotion. So emotion is the only consistent factor in this. It's not death. It's not seeing someone die. It's not that at all. It depends who it is. You see what I'm saying? Like if a crackhead was
trying to say, but you're ignoring the fact that the consistent fact that there are two consistent factors, because you said there's only one.
Because it's just coincidental. It's coincidental. They've all seen it.
All right.
So
you got it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's just how this author wrote the story. That we are to see that because they're all on the battlefield fighting. Because they're little shinobi. You know what I'm saying?
Look, Itachi literally gave it away. He said it has to be someone close. You have to ask yourself at some point, hold on, why does it have to be someone close to you? Unless we're just not thinking that at all. Like, are we just watching Naruto just saying, yeah, you just have to kill your closest friend or ally or just watch them die? Why does it have to be them specifically? Yeah, who fucking cares? We can't, come on now.
I don't see how you're eliminating one thing. You're eliminating one factor and just keeping the other factor.
Because the one factor that I'm not eliminating is consistent.
So is the factor that. So is the other factor.
What, watching someone die or killing someone?
Yes. Is that not consistent?
Then why don't you activate it when you kill someone? Then Yumesuke?
When you kill anyone, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm saying it has to be both factors. Why is that so hard to understand?
No, it doesn't. It's a reason why it has to be someone specific. That's the key thing right there. Because if you kill someone, it's not the killing part. Because if they survive, guess what? You don't activate it.
Yeah, what I'm saying is it's just a coincidence that everyone has seen it.
Daffy's argument makes more sense than what you guys are saying.
On top of all of that, we've already been told, like, by the second Hokage, it's an emotional thing. Like, are you telling me he's basing that opinion off of every time they see somebody die? Like,
because that would be strange.
Look, it's been mad times Naruto got fucked up and Sasuke didn't even think about evolving his Sharingan.
Well, he did it when he fought Hawk. But did he get another tome when he fought Hawk?
No, he got another tome when
that was a force of death, right?
He got another tome when he was in the verge, like he was in this serious situation with with Naruto. That's what I'm saying. The shit evolves as emotions start to get riled up. It's not because of death or witnessing the death. That's what I'm saying. It's only one constant factor in all of this, and that's emotions. It's not
like in Sasuke's case, he just wanted to protect them, and he was just like, he got hyped, right?
Even when he got the third one versus Naruto, it was just an acknowledgement of Naruto.
And Sasuke literally says it. He literally says it. I'm not going to get the power your way. Is that not a giveaway right there? So that's Kishimoto acknowledging that there's another way to get this power. That power being the evolution of the fucking Sharingan. Like, they literally tell you this. It doesn't have to be the death of a best friend or anyone close.
It's on top of that, it's like if that's all you know, it's like it doesn't even matter to try to say that because we only know this way, there's absolutely no other way it could happen.
If that's your argument, Star, I can agree with that. Oh, I wouldn't agree with it, but I can see what you're saying. But the rest, nah.
What? That's crazy. Alright. I'm done with this.
Well, JJK, I've been wanting to talk about this all day.